Let's confirm that we are in fact live. And that my thumbnail is correct. I spent a lot of time on this one, friend. It's a lot of
I'm
fun
gonna see
things you
it.
could do with the France, with France. Look at that average speed, 226 miles an hour. That is
Yeah, the
fabulous.
straightaway in this one's
Well,
insane.
there's
Oh,
two fantastic straightaways really, and two DRS zones in this. One in sector one, and the other in sector what? Three? Two, three.
yeah, this one should actually be more of a. In the past couple of races, well, in Baku it was exciting. Different story there.
We'll
We
get to
weren't able to
Baku.
actually cover that one, but we will want to be able to talk about it.
Ironically,
Also, wow, I have to change my camera with this new chair because I kind of lean back now.
hold on.
Buongiorno, Paolo. How are you doing? And here we're going to actually have this is going to be a fantastic setup for the actual championship in the Drivers' Championship. We have Verstappen on pole. Hamilton still off by about a kind of few hundredths of a second. It's going to be interesting to see if he can actually find that within the race. Then you have Bottas and Perez. Perez unfortunately wasn't able to get a 3 and then be able to squeeze him, be there. Sainz doing well. Gasly, Leclerc, you see the Ferraris falling back, not going to the road tracks. Also, kind of a unfortunate I would have to say for Vettel after performing so well, kind of in the past, also at Baku. I mean, he basically got his third place. So it was his first podium. It was funny that podium was basically everybody that had gotten kicked off a team in the past year or so, which was pretty fun to see. And then you see Schumacher, even after crashing, still qualifies ahead of his teammate Mazepin. And then you're going to have Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda. Stroll getting kind of the short end of a stick with the red flag at the end of I think it was Q1 when Sonoda crashed, and then he was actually on a lap that was supposed to take him in the top 10. Unfortunately, didn't, and there it is then for him.
Yes, indeed. Zach Cook with the early sub. Thank you very much. Bonjour, mon ami, as we would say in France. I'm pretty sure that means good morning, friends. That is the extent of my French. And that is all the French that you will hear today, because that's it. We are at Circuit Paul Richard, about 10 miles north of the French Riviera, which is apparently beautiful this time of year, except the fact that it is thunderstorming. Uh,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was about to say the
so
skies look awful,
the
like
skies are
really
looking a
bad.
little awful. There may be some weather. We don't know. That adds some drama. There was some pre-race drama, Frank, as you were saying, with the crashes there. And there was also some drama with the tires. Fran, go through this for us.
Yeah, so the tire drama in this situation, everybody actually went is they've everybody's gotten onto the mediums and they have to start the race on what they technically qualified on, right? So they have to start on these mediums. And then everybody else knows that, and as Chad is saying here, it's going to rain. So you're basically stuck on these tires, which most likely are not going to be able to work for most part of the race. And then it's going to be a decision of when it starts raining, do you actually pit? What do you actually do in this situation? As you can see, some of these tires also, it's actually pretty interesting. Verstappen's tires actually look like they have some wear on them already, like quite significant amount of wear. And then it should be here. They're going to start the out lap and they're going to be headed to go. And on top of it, it's really hot. The track is extremely hot
Well, it is
in
summer
these conditions as
in
well. Yeah,
France.
it's summer in the French Riviera, but it's extremely hot as well. So that is something to keep in mind.
Right. What I was more referring to, however, is that the tire pressure has been increased,
Oh, the tire
mandated
pressure.
by
Oh, my bad, my
Pirelli,
bad.
2 psi for everyone here. We're going over the pit strategies. One stop strategy, either the medium to the hard around lap 18 to 25. We will keep an eye on that. Put a bookmark in 18 to 25, or if you started on hards, you go 25 to 36.
Most of the
But
field is starting on the mediums,
yep, they are
so
starting
or
on
at
the
least the
mediums.
competitive. And this is the first race. Well, Baku there were some fans, but this is the first race we could actually see the grandstands and the stands actually finish or finish actually
Full,
filled with people.
filled with
Yeah,
people.
filled with
Yes.
people. It's exciting. It's really cool to be able to see. Just awesome to be able to see race fans and everything back and kind of the world somewhat coming back to normal.
Right. So after the tire blowouts in Baku,
Yeah.
the Pirelli has increased the tire pressure in the rear tires, especially by 2 psi. Remember, it was Max Verstappen with 5 laps to go tire blowout put him into the wall. Hamilton in a prime position to pick up points, ends
The
up
race gods saved us.
running off the track in a massive lockup there, and we have ended up with a drivers' championship that is within 4 points, and actually quite incredible how things have sort of ended up here in the start of this season. 5.842 kilometers per lap here around the French circuit, 53 laps, 2 DRS zones, and some really nice long straightaways in sectors 2 and 3, which make for prime passing. Actually, we're going to be able to hopefully see a bit of action there. Hamilton has won this race since it was reinstated in 2018. He's actually led all but one lap in the 2 previous races here at this track, but it is Verstappen on the pole with a qualifying time of 1:29.9. So we'll see how off or on the pace they are to that. And yeah, right now Marseille is Marseille 29 Celsius and 85 Fahrenheit. It's a lovely day. Look, it says it right there on the track. It's a lovely day. Make sure folks to jump into the Discord. Frank, you have it streaming there, right?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
I have the link.
Yeah, you have so drop the link into chat. Jump into Discord if you want the race itself. There's Sonoda coming out of the pit. He will start in last after a spin out in Q1. We already had a prediction in our Discord, actually. We had a fan prediction that it would be Hamilton, Verstappen, and Sainz 1, 2, and 3. So we'll see how that holds up. We'll see if this should be very interesting, especially Frank, after both championship leaders were denied a podium position in Baku. And here we go. Lights out in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Verstappen going from the front. And Hamilton is actually going to try to go to the outside. Let's see if Verstappen covers that. And around turn 1, it is Verstappen. Oh, is off the track? Yeah, he does.
He just went right off the track.
He just went right off the track.
And then Lewis is just going to be able to take the lead there. And then it's going to be Lewis is going to have the space in front of him. He's going to have Verstappen chasing him for the rest of the race. The Ferrari was not able to actually make the moves. It's going to be a stay in fourth there, too. And then everybody else seems to be. And somebody else is in the middle. I think that was a.
My goodness, I had to do a double take there because I couldn't actually believe it. Verstappen on turn 1 just goes right onto the blue. Holy cow.
We'd need a replay to be able to actually understand what happened. I can't tell if he maybe have locked up or he actually just went straight up, went out of, just lost traction as well. And then you're going to see the Ferrari going to be able to make the inside move there on the Alpine right there. He's actually able to finish it. My God, they're right next to each other on that one. That was insane.
Actually, so that little turn sequence there, that's a high-speed corner that we're going to see a lot of action on. There have been some incidents there. We have the Norris trying to go on the outside of the Alpha. Can't quite get it. Hamilton just on his own right now at the moment, up in front.
Yeah, I think Hamilton's just going to have the pace on this lap to be able to go. Verstappen definitely lost all his momentum through it. And then here you guys see most of the McLarens going right next to each other, almost wheel to wheel between Ricciardo and Norris. And Norris is definitely trying to make a move on him, which is quite fascinating, especially on the first one. And in race control, and no investigation to Verstappen going off the track there at all. Nothing there, so nothing to do.
I'm going to try to actually get this live map to work, friend. Go for it.
Alonso's going to also try to be able to hold off Leclerc, but he's not going to be able to. And then Norris is actually going to be able to pass Ricciardo because Ricciardo ends up off the track. And then Ricciardo's going to just slide in right behind Norris. I don't think that was actually planned between both of the McLaren teammates there as well. And then both of these, and then you can see there's still a 1.5 second gap. Here's a radio from Hamilton. Hamilton complaining about there's no grip out in his left rear tire. You can see on this track how the candor in the tires when they're going through those corners, how literally how on angle the cars are is absolutely out of this world. And honestly, I actually think these blue, you see around the track, there's like these blue and then red kind of lines, and then Vettel's going to make an inside move there on the Alpine, and he doesn't. He gets it on Ocon. What a nice move there by the veteran. Definitely gaining confidence after the last few races for him. I actually think how they have it, it's supposed to actually slow down the cars. That's the whole idea. And then Ocon's going to try to make the move on Vettel again, but he's not able to get it. He doesn't have enough speed there on the inside. It's actually used to slow down the cars, but I think it's one of the kind of most annoying eyesores ever when you're actually looking at a track. But hey, to each their own. We've seen that Norris has actually gone back down. Ricardo was able to go pick up a spot on him. Stroll is able to move past Latifi. Expects Stroll to basically have to work his way up through the pack and through those cars at the bottom. And then here, Hamilton is in the lead. We still have yet to see a replay of actually what happened to Max on the first lap. Still pretty curious and to understand what in the world happened.
All right, I'm just gonna throw this here in the corner. There's a little live timing.
And then here is going to be the replay of actually what actually happened. Max is still going. Oh, he just lost traction. Wow, that is really odd. The back end just completely slid out on him.
Let's see. Let's get it from his angle here. Oh yeah,
Weird.
weird indeed. All right, I think I have the little
That is really odd.
live tracking going, but I need to find a good spot to stick it. I think we can make ourselves smaller. Keep.
Interesting. He didn't have enough. He didn't have enough pace or anything to be able to hold on to it.
Oh, I'll play with it later. But anyway, there. It is. There's our little. You can see now in the bottom right. That should be the live. Actually, where the cars are. Although it was currently over Frank's face.
Yeah, it's curly on my face, but that's okay.
That's okay. Uh, there we go. All right. So we're back. So yeah, Verstappen at 1:39.57, currently with the fastest lap. Although that is like way off where they were in qualifying. So I would expect that's like 20 seconds. No, that's like 10 seconds where they are off on qualifying. Um, and so that's where we're at. 1.3 seconds here by lap 4 is the delta between first and second. A little Mercedes sandwich there at the top as Verstappen finds himself in between Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton being gifted the first position. And let's see. So the McLarens are, so the top 10 is actually all intact, friend.
Yeah, top 10 basically still hasn't moved other than Hamilton being able to squeeze in front of Verstappen. Perez is still in the same spot, and then Sainz and Leclerc. I don't even think they've moved around. And then Ricardo and Norris actually, even though they had that, even though Norris did get in the pass, I don't think he was able to actually keep it, which is funny enough. And then here, both of the Hasses go. Oh my God,
Almost hitting
literally
each
right
other.
next to each other. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. And they actually, like, one off, took the other one off the track.
Yeah, he actually basically pushed him straight off of the track.
Yeah. New sponsor here, actually, for the Ferraris this week, AWS. Is now
Really?
on. Yes, is now on the car, the
Is
front
that
wing of
why
the
they don't
car.
have? Is that why they don't have that green thing on the car anymore? Remember they used to have that lime green in the back?
I have no idea, but you'll see that there's an AWS sponsorship there. I have no ideas about the detail of the deal, just that it happened. That's all I know.
I'm the one thing I am slightly confused about is I'm not the gap between Verstappen and Hamilton. Okay, now it's starting to decrease. I'm just curious because Verstappen has a faster pace than Hamilton the whole time. They've already proved that in qualifying that the
Yep.
car is actually faster. So I'm curious if the strategy is not to keep pushing right now or just to push all the way because I feel like you should be able to bring down the times.
Well, you're saying you should be able to just like claw back
Yeah,
his lead.
slowly claw back.
What
Yeah,
was
because I mean his
interesting.
car is genuinely faster.
Well, I think what was it? The quotes from Hamilton between Friday's free practice and
Yeah,
then
they made
Saturday's
more.
qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were making up some time. They were making about between 2 and 3 tenths faster is what they felt like between those two, and then you would think perhaps that they pulled something extra out here for the race day, but currently it's Bottas that has the fastest lap. We're still putting in 139s, and so still plenty of room to go here and bring that time down. Yeah, I mean, what would happen if you ran a 129 right now? You'd like blow out the whole thing, right? You'd you just like get yourself in the lead.
Yeah, exactly. And then here, Max getting some information about if he needs more changes into the car, if it's track conditions, but they're trying to figure it out to be able to stabilize, basically move forward with it. So that's probably why he's not actually being able to pick up some time. He's just trying to figure it out for right now.
I mean, he's got two long straightaways where he could DRS his way through.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got to. And then Hamilton saying, I don't think these tires are going to last as long as they're necessarily expecting. But we know that Hamilton likes to say things on the radio just to make the other teams think that they're doing worse. So, I mean, there is a very reality to that fact. So he maybe just be lying.
Six laps in, we expect these to go at least 18 to 25. So another, let's say,
Yeah, and
let's get at these
you can
current
see that
rates.
The McLarens have had these tires on longer too. So those are probably going to be the first ones to pit.
So give it another probably 30 minutes or so on these tires, I would think, at the rate that we're going right now. Everybody just the lap times are coming down here as we're just going, one through three fastest laps, 138.6 right now. So we got about a second being shaved off.
And then here's going to be they're well with they're in DRS range here. So it's pretty interesting. This is why I've found this track to be somewhat interesting because it has more passing capabilities than I think we've like ever had in most other tracks, but we have barely seen any of that yet.
Indeed, we're actually quite spread out at the moment. The top three are actually within 2.5 seconds of one another. But Perez, after
Everybody
that,
else,
yeah,
yeah.
is about 5 seconds or 4.5 seconds behind Bottas. So he's sitting currently in fourth. And behind that is about another 5 second gap, 4 second gap to Sainz in fifth. And then you actually have an interesting battle, 5, 6, and 7 between Sainz, Gasly, and Leclerc. Here, Gasly in the AlphaTauri, French driver, French car, and a French track. We'll see how he finishes today. Get that little trifecta.
AlphaTauri is
Wait, no? No,
Italian.
Alpine. Alpine, sorry. I
Alpine is the French
I
one. Yeah,
screwed
yeah,
that
there
up.
you go.
It would be Ocon there. I screwed that up. Yeah, AlphaTauri is the Italian. Um, and then what do we have? So 8 is 15 off the gap there. So actually, not to, so 5 through 10.
Yeah, 5 through 10 is literally just all in a line.
Yeah, 5 through 10 playing follow the leader here.
Yeah.
Separation of about 5 seconds. Verstappen still holding about 1.5 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton here. And the points lead separated by only 4 points, those two.
It's also pretty interesting. This is one of those tracks that we've actually not seen that much. Most tracks we see like up to 60 laps. This is one of the longer and the bigger tracks. So we have less laps, but obviously it's a longer track, so it's still the same
Yeah,
amount of time. But
a
it's
lot of
we
the other
typically up
tracks.
to in the 60s, but now it's kind of like we're in the low 50s with this one.
Well, like the last race we did with Monaco was about 3.5 kilometers, so you get up into the 60s
Right.
on that one. Yeah, so.
And now they've switched the intervals all to each other now. So on the screen, it was the intervals were to the leader. Now it's to
Oh,
each
now it's
person
to
in
each
front of
other.
them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's why you only see.
Here, Ricardo's going to try to looks like he's trying to make a move on the Alpine. He was thinking about going on the inside, but he didn't and hit the brakes pretty shortly there.
He might
So it
have
should
another
be
shot
interesting
here
to
coming on
definitely
this
pull it.
this
Yeah, I
straightaway if
think
he
he
can get it,
will.
get the wing go.
He's within the 1 second, so he's got DRS the whole way. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton complaining the tires are getting hot.
Yeah, constant complaint about the tires, but he's opened a 2-second lead over the Red Bulls here. Let's see, we're still
And
kind
I
of
think
on
we're
board
still
with
looking, yeah, the
Ricardo.
Ricardo, because I mean this is the only person that's really within DRS range. Now Vettel's actually found DRS range within Norris too, so then this is going to start becoming between these four. This is going to start becoming an interesting battle just in the middle of the pack here.
And it's usually been Norris the one ahead
Ahead,
of this
yep.
team, of McLaren teammate, right? But
But then they've like kind of regressed. I don't understand fully. At the beginning of the season, Norris was like basically
always
P4s,
trying to go,
P3s, always going to
maybe?
try to make the move, but he's
Nope.
got too much pace. No, it's not going to make it. But he's going to be carrying that extra pace into into the corners and everything else. So maybe he's going to be able to make a move at some point.
Let's see if he's got maybe one more lap before he tries to pull off the pass.
So close.
It is close at the moment. Let's see, what do we else have we got on the intervals?
Giovinazzi on Ocon is the only other one. Norris did increase the gap from Vettel, so then he's actually out of the RS range now too. But I mean, Ricardo's still hunting down Alonso, still within 0.6 seconds of him right here.
Well, as you were saying, you think they've regressed. Well, remember, it was Ricardo that was complaining about like we're supposedly driving the same car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was the one that
Maybe
was like,
they
"Oh, we're
switched
actually driving the
cars.
same."
Maybe they switched cars. Maybe there really was one that was actually faster. It's a conspiracy. Oh, that was not a good turn. Did not carry a lot of speed on that.
No, he went way too far wide.
Way wide on that
Way
turn.
wide on that one. That was the farthest thing from hitting an apex that I think I've ever seen.
And actually, Bottas goes really wide on that final turn too, as well, before coming into this straightaway here across the start finish. Verstappen trying to keep the track temperature up slightly. Verstappen trying to keep this gap at around less than 2 seconds. Let's put it that way. A few more laps here. Lap 10 out of 53. Almost a fifth of the way through the race.
Yeah, and I feel like the Verstappen Hamilton battle is just going to happen later on. Like
Yeah, I
honestly,
mean it's
I
gonna have
just
to be
don't think they're
it's
really going to
a
go at it right now.
They see Paolo saying they switched chassis. He agrees with the
They switched
conspiracy. Of
yeah, they switched
McLarens.
cars. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I agree there. Yeah, it's probably going to be like a pit battle situation.
Well, it's going to be really interesting who pulls the plug first on the tires because Hamilton's been complaining about it, and it seems like his aren't going to last as long as Max's. I think Max hasn't. Well, maybe he just hasn't said anything about it, so we don't really know. But here's Hamilton again on the radio.
Oh, he's saying gaining on it. So he's now he likes his tires. Now his tires
No,
are.
no, graining on the front,
Oh, I
meaning
thought he
that they're
said
starting to.
gaining. Oh, I thought he said
Oh,
gaining. Oh, okay, graining. Yeah, never mind. Even worse.
yeah, the tires look different. That is actually pretty cool. You can sort of see the actual tire.
Let's see what's Bottas saying here.
Both are basically saying he has the same issue as Hamilton, but it hasn't began to affect his grip or anything like that as well. So,
Yeah. So right,
and
the
now as
top.
you can sort of see, the Verstappen time is starting to
Try-
chop down a little bit.
A little bit. That was a great aerial shot though, where you were able to see you have the front three playing their own race. Perez is essentially he's 4.5 seconds behind. He's kind of in his own element at the moment because behind him is Sainz, and that's really it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on an island, and then Sainz and Gasly, Leclerc, Alonso, Ricciardo, and Norris is the next pack, and they're racing their own race there, 5 through 10. And here go. Ricardo's going to have a lot of pace. Woo! Little wiggle there. Going to try to get to the outside going into this turn and will get the pass off. Wow, that was
Yeah, he
close.
got it. Oh my, yeah,
Wow.
he did get it.
Now is Alonso going to try to come back
I
at
think,
him?
yeah, he's gonna try to
Maybe.
come back at him.
Or Norris is going to try to pass too. Norris is going to come in the inside. What great pace there, and gets the pass off. So both McLarens
Yeah,
gobble
both of
up
them made the move
Alonso.
on him.
Wow.
That was a really nice move by, I mean, the entire McLaren team at that point. And now Vettel's within zero point 0.6 seconds and has DRS on Alonso. So you're going to see those two veterans basically go at it right there, too.
Well, I thought it was a better move by Norris actually. That I didn't see, like, he came out of nowhere there at the
Yeah, he was basically just waiting in the shadows, and then he had the pace coming in the whole time. And then basically you gamble on the fact Alonso's going to try to make a move to get it back, forgets about you behind you, and you're able to make the pass with the space on the track.
That's exactly what he did. And now he's out in the clear. And now Norris is just chasing down his teammate at this moment. He's got a second here, so he could actually hunt down the McLaren in front of him.
Yeah, so this is the interesting thing. Vettel has DRS and Alonso's lost DRS because he's now not within a second of Norris. So it'll probably be a lot easier for Vettel to be able to go in.
Look at this. So Ricardo has to pass, has to pull off the pass, and then downshift immediately to get into this corner. So he does the air, and now he's downshifting right here, and he has to go into this corner. Oh my.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane how he knows he can get the
And
car in
here's
front.
and here's the Norris pass here. Looks like Alonso just kind of gets stuck behind
Yeah.
Ricardo. Alonso tries to go left but can't because he would have run into Norris at that point. Too late. And now, yeah, it is just the two McLaren teammates going at it. It's about a 0.47, about a half second between Ricardo and Norris. This is the interesting part of the race here at the moment. The leaders,
Still
Verstappen,
have
2 seconds
two
behind
6 seconds.
Hamilton.
Yeah, they're just kind of all running their own race at the moment. I think they're just waiting for the whole tire craziness and all that to sort of happen. At this point, I'm not exactly sure.
It is lap 13. We expect the pit window, at least for our leaders here who are on mediums, to open within the next
Kind of
5
10,
to 6 laps.
yeah, earlier, honestly.
Yeah.
It may be earlier because of, and here's going to be Vettel trying to make that move, trying to get even closer. He's not. He's within 0.2 seconds,
Nope.
and then he's going
The
to not be
Alpine
able to get
defends.
that cast. Yeah, he gets that defense and then spreads the timeout, but he's still within the 0.1 seconds to be able to use that DRS later on the second straight.
See, the thing about the two McLarens at the moment, I'm not sure which one looks faster. They both look about the same.
They look pretty much identically the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, a credit to them because both of them looked very different. So I guess getting the cap down is better. But now now they're not even in competition. And then that was also the same complaint I think there from Signs that the degradation from the tires is a lot worse than they had expected. So that's the
Higher
same.
track temps might be.
Higher track, yeah, that also could be it. I mean, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. Leclerc finally has within DRS range on Gasly. We'll see if he actually wants to start making a move on there.
And then we remember, folks, we've got the live stream on the Discord side of things too. So jump into there if you want the actual race. Frank's got it streaming for the
Yeah, I'm
watch party.
not sure exactly what's going on with the sound of it, but I have not changed anything that I ever do. So.
And wow, okay, Bottas goes off the track too.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that was a lockup right there, 100%. But then again, between these cars in the front, there's like nobody near them. So when they mess up, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, he didn't actually even lose that much time because
Yeah.
you end up going off the track, but you like end up going straight. So,
yeah,
so you cut
you
it.
end up cutting the track. Yeah.
You cut the corner.
I mean, you definitely lose momentum and lose all of that, but
Oh, you
ultimately at
definitely.
a certain point, like it affects you, but not as bad as some people may think.
They were saying that the blue is like sandpaper, which is sort of interesting. I mean, you definitely
Yeah,
can't go as
it's to
fast.
slow you down, obviously,
Yeah.
but
You know, I'm starting to think. Oh, here's a pass. Actually, It
Yep.
says yes, Ricardo on Leclerc, and actually Norris is hunting the Ferrari too. Norris is going to have an opportunity here, maybe within the next couple corners. And I'll get to my thought here in a second. But we got Norris on the straightaway, no DRS enabled at the moment, hunting Leclerc, and we'll
Vettel did get the pass on Alonso. We did miss that, but that did happen.
indeed, as the McLarens are starting to work their way up. They started 9 and 10, right now sitting at 7 and 9, with a Ferrari in the middle,
I guess
looking
this is what you
vulnerable.
would call team racing.
Yeah, I think so.
They've literally been right next to each other the whole race, and they've slowly, as basically a team, hunted down.
Oh, and wait, Leclerc just went off. Oh no, he went into the pit. I was like, wait a second, we just went off the track. Leclerc, the first to pit here in the Ferrari at
Yeah,
lap
because I'm pretty sure
15.
they knew that they were going to lose out to Norris anyways in that situation after a while.
And
So
let's
it's
see
kind of
if
like,
this is
why
a
not?
clean pit. See, you have the AWS things down there. See on the wing. Yeah, a
Yeah, they
clean pit
changed it.
onto the hards. Changing out the mediums for the hards here is Ferrari at 15.
Ferrari going for opting for one of the first moves. Credit to them. It's interesting. Typically, they are not one of the first people to move
Okay, so I'm going to come
or
back to my
act on
thought.
it, I guess.
So I think this is actually it could actually end up being a two-pit race. And where was it that Mercedes pulled off that crazy? It was the race before Monaco. Where were we before Monaco?
Was it Barcelona?
Yeah, we might have been in Barcelona. It wasn't Portugal. That was a snooze fest. Um, yeah, it might have been in Spain. Remember where Hamilton double pits and then ends up running down Verstappen at the end with his newer tires. If they're actually pitting this early, my guess is that Ferrari's going to pit twice.
Yeah, I think they were saying it also. That's what they said to Alonso. Even though Alonso's on the oldest tires, right? But I mean, he also is having. They basically were saying this is going to be a two-stop strategy, two-stop race. I don't know how you do this in a one-stop race.
Yeah,
I just don't think the numbers add up.
I missed the Bottas one. What was it?
Bottas is basically just being told to keep pushing hard.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing else really other than that. And here's going to be a. Oh, this is a passing blue flag. Oh no, that's. Oh no, that was after his pit stop.
That was that he was told to let him go. Alpha
Oh yeah,
Tauri
there's a
coming into
new.
pit.
Is this Gasly or is this? Can't I
Uh,
can't see.
no, Sonoda.
No, it's not. It's Sonoda.
2.7, not bad, not bad.
No, it's actually a pretty good pit stop there for the AlphaTauri team.
We're seeing about 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the delta on the pit. The other thing to watch for is who gets inted by their own pit team in Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who does Mercedes decide to screw? It's definitely not going to be Hamilton. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
But here,
boy.
this is the two Alpines, and then Stroll is ready to hunt them down. Basically, is what's happening in this situation.
Actually, the Bottas gap. Oh no, this is now to the leader, but the delta to Verstappen has also increased slightly, 2.6, as Verstappen's now fallen 3 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton, and is actually keeps falling behind here. And we have another pit. It is Ricciardo, the first of the McLarens in. We'll see if they also bring in Norris, so they let him go for another lap. That was a fast pit time for Ricciardo there in the McLaren 2.3. Yeah, they're going to give Norris an extra lap out there and then bring him in next, would be my guess. 29.95 was the time on the McLaren in and out of the pit, so it is about 30 seconds. So actually, the leader, this is an interesting one. Hamilton pits. If he does, the gap between first and fifth, Fran, is right at 30 seconds.
Yeah, between those and also sorry if you're in Discord. I'm trying to actually figure out if I can. I have to put it on another Discord to be able to figure out if I can hear anything. But yes.
Very well. We will carry on here. So, interesting would be if Hamilton comes out of the pit lane and Sainz is like right there. Uh, would be interesting to see if he has to slow up any, and if that causes or gives a window of opportunity for Verstappen. It is the first pit here by Mercedes at lap 18 as Bottas is in. He's got the first stall and he is out in 2.5 seconds. So no craziness happening for Bottas here today, at least so far. It is a fast pit stop. We see also Ferrari preparing to pit. This is Sainz coming into pit, and we have another one I couldn't quite tell. It was Gasly's going to be the
Yeah,
other
the
one.
AlphaTauri coming in too. Also, Discord 100% worse. I put it on my phone. You can totally hear the sound. You just got to turn it up.
And the AlphaTauri is in and out too. Sainz in 2.7, Gasly in
I was longer.
3.1.
Forgot. Yeah,
Yeah, a little
3.1.
slower there, but they came in the same. They'll leave in the same positions that they came in.
Which I guess all you could ask for.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's like, yeah. Hamilton and Verstappen still out on the track here, as is Norris actually, who hasn't come in
Norris's pace is
yet.
still pretty good. He's also on hards.
Was he?
Or no, wait, we're looking at Ricardo. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
No, yeah,
Oh, he
he's.
wiggled there. Max was going to talk, and then nobody talked.
Yeah,
Nobody
no, here it
spoke.
is. This is Verstappen. He's coming into the pit
Yeah, now
on
he is.
lap
There he is.
9 after lap 19, and this one, and he is in, and he is out. 2.3 blisteringly fast pit stop there at 2.3. That's one of the best we've seen today. Very nicely done by the Red Bull team.
Perez also coming in right as well. Or no, no, that wasn't Perez.
No. They're just
He's
that's the
coming next lap.
cameras on Verstappen here, who will exit the pit here in third and slot in right in
Is
front of
he gonna get in
Bottas.
front of him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does.
He
He
does.
does.
He
He
does.
will. He will. He will. But also remember that Bottas is on used tires. These are rock hard tires that
Well,
Verstappen's on right now.
Bottas,
He's still got to warm them
he's
up.
got a lap. He's got a lap. He's got one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Ocon here in and out. Oh, interesting. Were the back wheels
Nice.
spinning before the car dropped? That is
I
interesting.
didn't. I didn't see that actually, but that is. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's cool. I hadn't never noticed. Now, so of the folks up top of the leaders, Perez still has to pit. Hamilton still has to pit, and so does Norris. I'm
So,
curious here
what's
too.
the time? What's the time? Have we gotten one of those gap pits,
Okay, well,
or
so
like how long it takes?
yeah, it's averaging 29 seconds, Fran. And right now, the difference between Verstappen and Hamilton
He's
was
behind.
24. So something has got to give here. Either
Well, we're
Hamilton,
about to find out.
we're about to find out, because either Hamilton has an incredible pit stop or
This is the
Verstappen's about
longest
to
pit.
pass him. And actually, so is Bottas. So Hamilton might actually end up in third, depending on how this
Hamilton's pit
works.
stop was 2-2.
2-2. Verstappen's was 2-3. Verstappen is like way clear, though. He's way out in front. Or no, that's
No,
Perez.
that's Perez.
That's Perez. Where's Perez? That's Perez. That's Perez. Actually, here it comes. Verstappen now coming down the main straightaway, and it is going to be absolutely close. It is going to be really close. He's got the inside. Verstappen is ahead. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
Verstappen is
By
ahead.
the smallest of margins.
What a move right there. And then Hamilton's also Verstappen's already got a lap on these tires too.
We said it was going to be close, and it
I was
was.
wondering. That's why I was asking what the gap was because it started decreasing like right away, and I thought they waited way too long.
Yeah,
I think
they waited
too
probably a
long.
lap too much.
It was a lap too late
It was a lap too
because
late.
the gap was not that short before. It was not that short.
And now it is Hamilton that is looking at the back of Verstappen. This is how the race essentially started.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Except for the mishap there. All right, so here we go. We got them on the hards. Now it remains to be seen, will there be a second pit stop? Or will they be able to go the distance?
I don't think they're going to be able
My
to go
bet
the
is that
distance.
there's gonna be a second pit stop here.
But
Probably
in
somewhere
this
around lap
situation,
40.
Mercedes is going to send probably one long, one short.
That was so
Yeah,
close.
Mercedes saying not sure what happened.
That
But
was
I mean,
so close
but
though.
we saw it though. We even called it.
Yeah, because I
We're
said
like,
it
it's
was
too
20,
close.
24, 25 seconds, and it was like the pits are 29. So like you're basically right there. What's the delta here? I've got to pull up my own tracking.
Oh, the delta between Verstappen and Max
Hamilton.
is point 0.1.
This hasn't updated. Why hasn't this updated?
He's got DRS on Verstappen.
Hold on, let me
But
update the.
that's the thing. I don't know if Hamilton's car is actually fast enough.
All right, so the interval between it's less than a second. The interval between Verstappen and Hamilton is less than a second at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's still he has DRS enabled. Wow,
Yeah, he
you can do
does.
that math. It's 9.9 minus 10.8.
I mean, it's 0.3 of a second here.
Yeah, there we
Hamilton's
go.
trying
Nah,
to
that's
run
the
down
interval we
Verstappen.
want. There we go. That's good math for us. Yeah, he's gonna have it, but I just don't.
Verstappen still has the pace, however.
The problem is once the other person is DRS, you just get hunted on this track.
Well, he actually has the thing is he's got two Mercedes hunting him at the moment. Perez still out in front, but hasn't pitted, so that's why you see Perez is number
Yeah,
one.
that's what they're doing. They're sending him long type thing. I think
Ah,
that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna go with the two. They're probably only gonna one stop him and then two stop Verstappen.
it's interesting.
I'm assuming
And
is what's gonna
I didn't
happen
see
because I think
Norris
that's
pit
kind of
either.
crazy. It's kind of nuts that I've left him out there because I think Perez is on the mediums. I don't even think he's not on the hards.
He's on mediums, yeah.
Yeah, he's on
And
mediums,
he's
so
gone
he's
22 laps. He's gone four more laps than his
yeah.
teammate here.
So I think they're just trying to send him long and keep the gap as much because I'm pretty sure if he pits right now, he's just gonna get stuck behind both of them. I I honestly don't really understand
What did he
what's
say?
going on. Yeah, I don't really understand what is
His
happening.
his team is starting to calm him down, and he's just like going off here.
I I think they were trying to figure out the engine modes or he was trying to get more power or something. I don't know exactly, but he wanted the information and he
This is so close though. Hamilton is absolutely right on his tail, and the two long DRS zones are not helping Verstappen at all.
no, because the car doesn't have the same straight line speed the Mercedes do.
Yeah, he somehow has to break the slipstream between them.
He is much faster in sector 2 and sector 3.
Uh,
Well, that's what it was in qualifying. Right now, I don't know if that's the case actually.
let's see. His sector two
No,
time.
it's still the
Nope.
same. Well, no,
Hamilton's got a
sector.
10th. So right, Verstappen faster in sector one at the moment, and sectors 1 and 3 right now are where
Something
Verstappen
just
is.
happened where Hamilton lost it. It's
I
a
didn't
full
catch that.
1.1 seconds now. He's lost DRS.
He did. I didn't catch exactly what happened.
I something but I was looking at the interval, so I
Yeah, I
didn't see
was
exactly
too.
what happened.
Norris
But
hasn't
this is
pitted either.
interesting though. Bottas has the DRS on Hamilton and could just you know
You're right. Half a second slower in that last lap. Verstappen putting a little bit of distance.
so
But Fred,
he must have something must have locked up or he lost something because he lost way too much time.
you were saying that the Red Bull is going a long short strategy. The McLarens are doing the same
Doing the
thing.
same
Norris
thing.
is still out on the track. This pit window was supposed to be between 18 and laps 18 and 25. We're at 23. So Norris essentially has to pit within the next two laps. And Bottas is hunting his own teammate down at this point. Does he get the green light to go?
I'm gonna go with a no. there's
And
no
actually,
shot
the other
that
piece
he's
that's
allowed
really
to pass
interesting,
him.
the other piece that's really interesting is that Verstappen is running down Perez. The gap between second, where Verstappen is
Well, to
now,
be
and
honest with
Perez
you,
was
Red Bull
8.
almost wants Verstappen to pass him, and then Perez just slows down the other two,
That's
and
an
then
interesting point
Verstappen's
as well.
gone.
That could be really good.
And then it's like, hey, sorry, Perez, we're gonna give you fourth, but Verstappen's gonna win the race for us. I mean, but
And
then again, or this is a replay of Ricardo. I think he's gonna make the pass here on the AlphaTauri. Yeah, he does. Or
yeah.
sorry, Romeo. Say, there's too many alphas.
Uh,
AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, Alpha. There's not many betas I can tell. But yeah, no, the gap. Okay, so Hamilton didn't bring the gap back down. It must have been a Verstappen mistake or something happened there. But DRS is enabled now for both of the Mercedes.
yeah. Point 8
And
though.
then I have to. So this is kind of hard to look at because Perez and Norris still haven't technically pitted, but I have to give my hat off to the Aston Martins for
They
being in the
haven't pitted
position
either.
they. Never mind. That's what something happened. That's why I was like they're way too far in front. They started in like 15th, both of them.
They haven't pitted either.
They haven't pitted. Okay. All right. Good. I'm not crazy.
Oh, a little slip from Hamilton there, I think, as well. Wow, 300 kilometers on this straightaway here. Holy cow.
Then if you are in YouTube, you can hop into Discord and watch it. Should have sound and everything like that. You just got to turn it up or turn up the person that's streaming. You can right click the name and then just like turn
Oh,
up the
yeah.
volume on
That
that
does
person.
too. That
Because
does too.
like it's not. If I turn it up, that means like I'm gonna blow my eardrums out. Like it's already like totally fine. Like I can hear it, so like I can't.
This should be another DRS zone here. Actually, here comes Perez. Perez into the pit.
24. Yeah, he's gonna try to
And
do the next 30 laps on him, basically, or less than 30. I'm bad
yeah,
at
less
math.
than 30. Yep. Yeah, Norris is now into the pit too. So that was the last of the top 10, or of the folks who started in
Yeah,
the
you
top
can you
10
can see the
to
tires. You
pit.
can see on the inside right how it's got that line right down the middle of it, or not down the middle, but right on it. There is going to be the new hards, and then that's going to be probably the last set of tires for the race for him.
Yep, I think so. So you had Verstappen come in at 18, and he would have to go 30, 40, 35 laps. It's like right on the edge. We're gonna have a
Yeah,
very
they're
very
teetering.
interesting
Yeah, they're
finish.
teetering on the edge. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
both.
at the end of the race, we're about to see where both of the strategies collide, basically.
Yeah, depending on what the tire wear does, because it's basically on the edge of like 5 to 7
But I
laps.
think the tire wear is worse today than they anticipated because of the heat. So, but
Yeah,
that's,
heat,
I mean,
humidity.
it's totally factored in. It's not factored in. So, I mean, that's definitely something that they know.
The rain has held off though, at least. That's for
I'm
now.
not necessarily disappointed by that. I think it would have been kind of cool if it started raining during the
Oh, it'd be
race,
a
though.
bloody
It
mess
would make
probably.
things very fascinating.
Very interesting. Like what if it does start raining and you get caught on not rain tires? Is it just
At a certain point, you have to be the driver and tell your crew, like, I will lose track position if I don't get those tires. Like, it's not
yeah,
worth
okay.
it
It
at
just
that
doesn't
point.
work.
Yeah.
Ricardo has been passing people all day.
This man has, yeah, I mean,
So
they definitely switched cars.
he's going for
100%.
an achievement here. Like
Like,
a
how many
number of
passes can you
passes
make in a day?
in a
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm actually curious. Now that you said that, what is the record for passes in F1?
But the crazy thing of this
78.
78. Well, that's probably amongst everyone. But the crazy thing is he started in what, ninth?
Oh, wait, that's overtakes in a season. That doesn't count. And it was actually set by Verstappen at 19 years old.
Nice. Um he's passing all these people, but he isn't really anywhere more than what he started. He's like still in ninth.
Yeah, he's still in his basically the same position because he's probably passed the same cars like 3 times at this point.
So it looks good.
Well, yeah, he actually has to chase down Ocon again.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
both do.
Well, he has to chase down Leclerc again
Yeah,
too.
yeah, because they decided to go long.
Norris is going to make his way back up, I would assume, right now too. So he just passed, was it Raikkonen there, and is now looking for Gasly.
Does Aston still haven't pitted?
No.
What in the world?
And they would end up
Yeah, they'd end up in like
very, very at the bottom.
far back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
25-second pit stop
Because
puts you at
everything's
like,
basically jumbled up. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, they're not. I mean, Hamilton's had DRS on Verstappen literally for every single one of these laps. I mean, I know all it
he
takes is
has it
like one
again.
mistake or one thing, but like he hasn't been able to catch him.
Interesting. It's about a 15 km per hour speed
Difference.
difference
Yeah.
there. I went on the straightaway.
He makes up around 0.2. He's got to
15
be within. He's
kilometers.
got to be within like 0.2, 0.3 to actually make the pass.
It's like seven. It's like 8 miles an hour difference. But yeah, it's not enough.
I mean, it's basically someone passing you on I-95.
Oh, it's exactly that, like that. Yeah.
When you're
That's
going
it's like
80 and they're going
no, no. So
85.
I was coming back from my gym yesterday, and there was a bit of traffic on I-5, and I was looking at the lanes, and I was just trying to like, if I go into this one, I can like move up here, and then I was like, feeling. I was doing my F1 thing where I like go in one
Yeah.
lane for a little bit, and then I'm like, all right, this one's gonna got an opening, and you shift in the other one, so you like never stop. You do that thing.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was feeling. That's how I prepare mentally for these races. Because yeah, you
And
just
then
do it on the
Ricardo
highway.
does make the pass again
And
here.
then the
So
other
Ricardo
crazy
moving
thing,
up.
see, I had to watch my fuel gauge because I'm pretty sure I'm like right on the edge of when it turns
I'm
that
blowing
fuel light
fuel.
on. Yeah, of being low on fuel, which is like where I'm at. So I was like really pushing the limits of the car yesterday. It felt really good. Woo, that's a bit of a slip by Verstappen going into the blue there, but
Ooh.
he really drove that one into the corner. He's okay there for now. It doesn't cost him any time.
Yeah, it costs him just a little bit. He's still going to be on DRS there.
The gap that
I always
has
want.
extended is the Bottas one. That's at 2 seconds right now.
I always wonder, like, if you could. I think it would be a really cool thing if you just like put one of these F1 cars on I-95 and told them to like drive from New York to Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, so I
And
was
like,
also
I
wondering
think it would
that.
just be really cool. Like, just put a camera on it and just like see what this car or like one of these drivers could do. I mean, obviously it would all be illegal. They'd be going like 200 miles an hour, like weaving through cars. But like, it
Derek
would just
saying
be
he
really
has
cool.
none of the roads around him have DRS zones. I know
None of the
it's
roads have DRS zones.
Sag, Sag. Yeah, it's a.
I mean, I, Derek, does your car have a DRS button? Mine doesn't.
Yours does. I mean, they come standard now. Um, no, no. So I was thinking about that question too, friend, and I was like, you know what? Like, cause I was like, there's a lot of problems with that. Like number one, like there's trucks. Like you could literally probably like go under an
Go
18
under
wheeler.
the truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that would just be interesting. And I was like, and how here Verstappen coming on the radio saying we can't keep this up for the entire end of the race. And it looks like Hamilton is essentially trying to push him.
Which
But
means Hamilton's not going to be able to keep it up too.
I don't think
Right?
so
I mean,
either.
that's the only way I can read into that.
But we were saying that they're probably going to need the second pit stop.
We were saying this is going to be a 2 pit stop race anyway, so I guess that doesn't come as a massive surprise.
It does not at the moment. But see, then other problems with this. So you could run the car, but like, what would you do if they get stuck in traffic? Like, that doesn't really work. They would also run out of fuel.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. They can only literally go like 50 miles.
Oh! I remembered the other problem with it is all the potholes.
The potholes, yeah, the suspension will break in 30 seconds.
I was like, wait a second. I just like went
I mean,
over that.
you really think these Pirelli Italian tires? You see how they burst in Baku? You think it's going to be fine
Yeah,
on
yeah,
like
yeah. There's like this.
American engineering on I-95? No, it's going to break instantly.
I was like, there's a little like little hole there in the middle of the highway there. I was like, yeah, the tire's not gonna last. It's not gonna make
Uh,
it to the other side. And is this whoa? Ooh, Norris, look at this wheel to wheel here in
oh,
between.
and the
Oh, he's gonna
Gasly!
get it. Yeah, he
Oh my
does.
God! And then Gasly almost tried to.
Take it right
Oh
back.
my God!
Norris hunting here. Now he's got two horses in front of him, and he's going to try to take both of those down as he has Leclerc and Sainz in his sights.
Oh man, I know Gasly. Gasly's sitting right there, like, come on, give me it. He's been driving really well. Here's Hamilton radio.
See? Now they're all thinking the two stop situation
Yeah.
here as Hamilton 1.5. So basically, okay, so
Oh my God, he's gonna make the pass on the Ferrari. He's gonna take the inside, and he does, and he gets the pass on Leclerc, just like that happened at the beginning of the race. And then the AlphaTauri is about to pounce on the next one too. And then Norris and Gasly, there's an incident. I saw the pass, and I didn't think there
yeah,
was
there's
much of an
nothing
incident.
there.
Actually, I thought it
There's
was
nothing
okay.
there. The AlphaTauri is going to take the
Yeah, he's
Ferrari
gonna take the
Italian on
inside.
Italian maker here. Ooh.
Yeah, nice move there by Gasly. Both friends as well. Good
Ferrari just
friends.
seems off the pace this morning.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, there was a wheel contact. Interesting. Interesting. Norris complaining that there's a ton of wear on that inside tire, though. Did you see
Yeah,
that on the left
yeah.
side?
The inside tire looks like it's literally
The
gone.
inside left? But those are the newest tires on the track outside of the Astons. Like what? That's crazy.
Wait, uh, wait. Was that the same replay of the? That wasn't right. That wasn't the
No,
same
that was
replay
the
of the
same, but
incident,
the
right?
other angle.
Because I didn't see anything that. I mean, it wasn't. It was bad, but it wasn't. Nothing really like got affected. He's still in front of him, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of that situation with the stewards. You're just like, yeah, it's okay. I don't
These
know.
Aston Martins still haven't pitted.
No, the Astons still have not pitted. But I mean, look, if Vettel pits, he's still in sixth.
Um,
Oh wait, no, that says gap to Perez, not the other way around. My bad.
yeah, that's interval.
So if they do double pit,
10,
okay. So this is
12.
interesting. They're talking about this. So if Verstappen pits, Hamilton pits, Bottas pits, Perez is first again.
Yeah, and
You
then the
tell
bet.
Perez to nurse your tires. You have literally a 26-second gap. Maintain the gap in the top three of everybody can pit, and you win the race.
Well, that's exactly what we said was that was the bet because Perez's tires are
If you're
later.
Perez right now, you tell him don't push. Like nurse the tires. Like just kind of chill, like relax type deal.
Well, to be honest, I think that's what they did with Hamilton too, to some extent, because you see that gap has now opened up. The interval is now 2.3 seconds. So you basically had Hamilton breathing down Verstappen's neck for the better part of the last 10 laps, couldn't do it, and now they've told him to back off, and it's a 2.25 second because we heard on the Verstappen radio that basically said we can't keep this up. So neither one could really.
There, McLaren or Norris is able to make the move on signs. You can just see how these Ferraris are not good in these open in the high speed tracks. They just can't. Like straight up, they just don't have it. Bottas radio. He's saying the same exact thing. If he pushes, he's not going to be able to make
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Kind
None
of
of
the
them
same
are.
thing we've been all saying. Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious at this point.
None of them are. We called this. We called this like after the first stop. It looks like they're all gonna have to come in for two. What gets extremely interesting though is that you have, as you were saying, Perez and Norris on the long strategies. They're trying to make it in one stop and have about 7 laps worth of
Norris is not
extra.
going to make it. That tire literally looks like it's about to pop.
Yeah, but it's the newest tire on the track, which I
I
don't
know
get.
it. It looks so bad.
I don't get it.
Oh, nice move there. I mean, dude, the Ferrari's literally being eaten
Yeah,
alive.
they're getting gobbled up at the
Like,
moment. It's
what
not good.
happened to
It's
this
not good.
car?
It's not
It
good.
actually had pace at the beginning. It had pace at the beginning. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, it did. It also had pace in qualifying, but right now you
yeah,
have
and
one
now it
Ferrari
does nothing.
sitting.
Here's the Red Bull coming in.
Oh,
Verstappen
wow.
is going to pit.
Wow. They're back onto mediums.
Yeah, because they're just gonna end it on mediums.
They have to go 20 laps on these. But that's crazy. So they basically got it was at 18. They got 15 laps out of hards and then now they want to go 20 on mediums. What? What?
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this works out.
I'm a little confused. Now, although but here's the interesting
Unless
one.
no, he at that point he may be losing too much time in the hards if he keeps going. It's not like worth it. I mean, there's definitely like a yeah. Lewis is also saying his left front is done as well. So
This is
it's not just
crazy.
a yeah. These hards are not lasting more than 15, 20 laps. I think it's because they're pushing so hard. I don't know what the other because they don't have that much wear on them prior. I don't know what else the other response would be to it. Yeah, you can already start seeing the different shades within the tires on the slow mos.
Interesting. So, yeah, what was it in Spain? We saw Mercedes was the one that made the first move for the double stop strategy. Here, it's Red Bull that makes the first
Red
move.
Bull has definitely sat in the meeting room and been like, we need to make the decision first.
Mm. And now you have Norris and Ricardo. Norris hunting down his teammate and now executes the pass with a little help from the DRS as Norris
Yep.
puts himself up into seventh.
I
Maybe
still
the
don't understand. I want to see another. I want a cockpit view so I can see that tire again.
yeah, right.
And the Astons still have not pitted.
See, okay,
Average time loss is at 25 seconds. Yep.
and the actual Sky Sports commentators just said the exact same thing we did, which was Red Bull trying to do to Mercedes what Mercedes did, and it was Barcelona. We were right.
Yeah, they flip. I mean,
They're flipping it.
you do have the control once you make the move first. It's a massive part of it because then you set the other person, you set the other team in panic mode for a lap or two, trying to figure out all the numbers with the new inputs, basically.
What's interesting though is Verstappen has about 1.8 seconds on Paris. He's going to have to pass his own teammate to get himself back up
Oh, back. Yeah, but
into the
I
top
think they'll
three.
let him. They'll just be like, let him go by, type
Mm,
deal. I don't. Oh, I would hope so. I guess because you want Verstappen to keep going as fast as possible. In terms of the actual strategy, even for Perez, it makes sense for Perez to actually let him go by.
hmm and the Astons
Because
are
if
still out
Perez
there.
fights, he's not gonna. He'll lose all his tires.
Actually, Norris has now passed one of the Astons here. He's passed Lance Stroll to put himself into sixth, and you have to imagine that he has fifth place in his sights. Verstappen has
Yeah,
just put in a fastest lap, 136.7. Remember, they were doing 129.9 in qualifying, so
the full
still a
five
little bit of
seconds.
ceiling to go.
It's a full 5 second difference,
Yep. So there still might be some left, or maybe not.
or maybe not. Yeah, we
Maybe
don't
not with
actually know. I don't know.
the hotter temperatures here on race day.
Yeah, Hamilton can't.
Right. So let's see. What did he do? A 137 was the lap.
Yeah, and
What?
Hamilton's time is what?
No. What? He's actually at 136.7 right now. Hamilton's time is 138.6. It is two. He's gaining 2 seconds per lap.
Yeah, he's gonna pass. He's literally gonna pass him in eight
Eight
laps.
laps. because it's a 14.2 right
He
now
has to
is the
pit.
gap.
He's at this point you're losing time.
So this is exactly the Barcelona
Yeah, it's
situation.
the flip situation. They absolutely
And
squeezed
what
him
did we
this time.
say? And if Verstappen just passed Perez, by the
Passes
way.
him, lets him passes him.
And
Yep,
what did we say
that's
in
right.
Barcelona? It was it was a train wreck that we were all watching. It was about to happen.
Waiting
It
to
was the
happen.
inevitable,
Yeah,
the inevitability, and you were just like every lap. We're just
it
watching
just
this
gets
thing, and it
worse
just
and
gets worse and
worse.
worse. And you're like, we got to pit, and then they go another
You
lap,
just
and
have to
like
pit.
you have to pit. They go another lap, too late. You're gonna be too late. He's just gained another 2 seconds, by the way. His Verstappen's laps are 2 seconds flat faster than Hamilton right now. But the problem is,
Hold on. Okay. I was trying to listen. Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
now you're sort of hoping, if you're Mercedes, you're hoping that you can now flip this because what's going to end up happening is say Verstappen has 11 seconds. The more you wait, the worse this gets because what essentially you want to do, you have 11 seconds, right? So you pit, you're going to come out 14 seconds behind Verstappen. And you're trying to say that your tires are
We're
going
gonna
to
make up
make
10.
up the difference, but you need to give yourself enough laps to do it. And you need probably, if it's 2 seconds per lap, Fran, think like, and you're 15 seconds behind, you need 16 laps to get it done. No, you need 8 laps. Sorry, you need 8 laps to get it done. And right now there are, what is it? 17 laps left in the race. So you would be able to do it, but the window is closing.
Yeah, I there was a communication, so not sure what they said. I think you just have he just has to they have to pit.
Well, yeah, as Alpha Tauri jumps in front of Sainz.
Ferrari here.
Oh, Paolo, thank you for the sub on YouTube.
Oh,
Cheers.
thank you.
As Verstappen continues to drop the interval here, 9.7. I'm watching my live timings too because I'm very interested to see what he's putting in here. Still about 136 and a half is the lap for Verstappen to Hamilton's 138 and a half. And it was lap 33 for the Verstappen
Yeah, he's not gonna.
second stop.
It's not gonna work.
Well, you're looking at the math. I think Mercedes thinks right now that it could still. Oh, that's a really interesting graphic at the bottom by the AWS graphic there at the bottom right.
Interesting. Are we sure they're all 10, 20, 30? You sure it's not 22 or 11?
That's
Make it easy for the
that's
viewers.
as close as it. Yeah, 8 points. Now the problem
Quite the
is,
rounding.
yeah. What if Verstappen got so close that he actually like was within striking distance of Hamilton? Then you're really stuck.
Well, yeah, because then it's a full 20 something seconds. Verstappen.
You can't. You can barely hear him. Actually, he's like his radio's popping.
Yeah. Yeah, Horner can't even hear him. See if you can move your microphone. Yeah, give me a break.
See if you can move your microphone with the
let me
comms.
take my hands off
Yeah,
the steering
here you
wheel
go.
going at 200 miles an hour to fix my helmet real quick. What? Yeah, all right.
He's on his own, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, he's on his own at this point. It's a
Vettel
one-way
has
comms.
finally pitted. 38 laps later. I don't know what the Astons are driving on, but they finally end up pitting here. That's going to put Norris into fifth and Ricardo into sixth. The Hamilton.
Yeah, he's basically saying Verstappen's catching me.
No,
I mean,
no kidding.
They waited for a pit stop, and it was the worst pit stop you could have had. 3.9 seconds.
Although, interestingly enough, I think Red Bull may have done this too early. I think Red
Did
Bull
he
may have done
finish
this
the
too.
move? He did. Nice pass there. Alonso back on signs. These Ferraris are just literally just getting hunted down on this track. It's tough. It's tough.
15 laps to go. Mercedes. The, there's going to be a point here where you have to make a decision, and if you don't, there's like a point of no return. You'd have to finish the race, but the problem is that Hamilton can't.
They still can't hear him.
Yeah, zero point 0.7 seconds is he's gaining on every lap right now, which is a little less than he did before. You see, there's the lap intervals: 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5 on
I
lap
mean, let's
32.
be honest here. Do you even need to talk to Verstappen at this point? It's not like you're going to pit him again.
No, that's true.
At this point, Horner should just be like, dude, don't worry about it. Just race. Like, what are we supposed to like? Well, I guess they do talk about the engine levels and they do change the power modes and things like that. So, I mean, there is a lot. There's a lot of back and forth that probably still needs to
It's
happen.
it's
What we
one-way
hear is
communication
not.
at the
Yeah,
moment.
what we hear is not only what is going on. There's definitely way more comms. But yeah, I mean, to this point in the pitting, you just tell them just go race. Don't worry about it.
And Hamilton also having radio trouble? He just say can't hear you?
But did he even try to talk?
I don't know, but their Mercedes garage
Oh
just
my
having
God! Everybody
everybody.
who, the drones are out, man. The UFOs are out around the track. What's
Somebody,
going on?
everybody's getting jammed at the moment. There's the
And then
conspiracy here.
the Logitech sponsor and McLaren's just like, yeah, our headphones work.
Yeah.
Which are mine, sponsored. Hashtag Logitech. Ad. I can now
Radios.
walk around my apartment and
Oh, there
without
you go. You've got
wireless.
what you're wireless over there. I'm
Yeah,
still.
it's incredible. It's great. It's one of the better moves I ever made.
So the delta here is shrinking actually. Verstappen's laps aren't gaining as much
Yeah, he
anymore.
can't be pushing as hard though.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I think at this point he knows that Hamilton has to pit.
Has to pit. So
So
he
he's
basically he needs to save the tires for the end stretch as well,
yeah,
right?
he
He knows
because
he's gonna have a battle at the end where Hamilton is on those fresher tires and pushing like a madman, and
yep,
he needs some sort of tire left to be able to do it.
exactly.
I'm sure he figured it out on his own.
Look at this line though. You can see the rubber. It's so clear right now.
And then I need to
Yeah.
take 30 seconds.
Yep. Verstappen is going to have to go another 13 laps on these tires. Hamilton has gone 20 on his hards, and Bottas has gone 22. The current forecast is that Verstappen is within striking distance of Hamilton within 7 laps if things don't change. Interesting. Hamilton asking about Bottas here. Actually, it looks like Mercedes is just going to gamble. Because he's saying it's going to be the last 2 or 3 laps that are the
Yeah,
painful
where
ones.
it's the painful
But
ones. Yeah.
Verstappen just made out a second and a quarter here.
Yeah,
He's
that's the
back on the
advantage
hunt.
of wireless headphones. I can go to the restroom and still hear what's going on.
There you go. Just make sure you're muted.
Oh yeah. Oh, BBC Radio. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that. Verstappen's comm have been messed up since the start of the race. Not actually a new problem. So all those pit stops and everything, they literally must have been holding up the signs and telling him to pit on like next lap. Actually, no, because it's one-way comm, so they can still talk to him. Never mind.
Yeah, they could
He just
probably
can't
still
talk
talk to
back.
him. They can't talk back. Yeah.
Wait. Leclerc is in 16. Rip.
Uh, he pitted. He pitted.
Yeah,
He
but
did a second pit.
oh yeah, and this is his 12. Now, what if it starts raining?
Well, that's what I said earlier.
Bottas here on radio. Yeah, Bottas is basically being like, yeah, this is going to be hard. I don't have any front tires left.
Fastest lap here for Verstappen. I don't
I
actually
mean,
even
this
know what
is,
it is.
I guess, yeah. So I guess the Mercedes at this point just aren't even going to do it.
No, I think they're going the distance, which means they have 11 laps to go. But I don't know if they have 11 laps worth of speed.
Of tires, yeah, I don't know if they have it.
I mean, at this rate, they clearly they don't, because if you're gaining a second a lap and the distance is only 5, right now Bottas I think is trying to play defense for Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah, at this point. Bottas again. I mean, Mercedes is basically telling both of their drivers, hey, both of these cars are going to catch you in the last 4 to 5 laps. Good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun. Let's see what you can do. I mean, there's not much else anybody can do. So, I mean, it's not blaming them, but it's just kind of funny.
Interesting. Mercedes has got to pray at the moment. Verstappen's
Yeah,
last
they literally just have to pray. That's all they can do.
Verstappen's
That's
last lap
all they can do.
136.8. Hamilton's last lap 137.8. It's 1 second again. But the window is closing. 10 seconds, 10 laps to make up 5 seconds. Now or never.
And if you want to see the Rays live pictures and everything like that, hop in Discord, say hi. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it.
Then you can join us when we're back. Was it next week or in Austria,
Next
right?
week, we're 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, you're going to have to stream it next week, though.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you're going to have to control. Let's see what we got. Is 5 points. So far Mercedes actually holding on.
Yeah, but they got 10 more laps to go.
Oh wait, that's the wrong gap. I was looking at the
Yeah,
Verstappen
yeah,
Perez gap. Whoops!
I was like, I don't know.
Never mind.
I was like, I don't think they're holding on at all. You got 0.7 seconds on him. He's about to pass him.
Yep, not holding on.
Now, I think the communication to Bottas was the last 4 to 5 laps with Perez were going to be bad. Because if they were saying that about Verstappen, well, I mean, it just came right now.
Yeah.
It's bad right now. Oh. Max slid. Hamilton not getting, I guess, the answer he was looking for. He wants a time, but he doesn't know. They just basically tell him that he needs.
See, this is what I was saying. The Red Bull might be too
Far back.
early. Like there might not be enough tire
Like
left on
they
the
don't have enough
mediums.
tire for them to be able to make it. Is
to
what
be
you're
able to
saying?
make it. I don't know. Yep. Verstappen has to pass Bottas here within the next 2 laps.
Yeah, he's right. The commentator was right. The decision of who wins the race is right here. If he can get around him quickly, then he's fine. But if he can't, then
he
no.
has about 13 miles an hour more than Bottas, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to try to get him on the corner here. Does he try to take the inside? He's going to try to take the inside. They're neck and neck. They're all wheel to wheel. Verstappen trying to go around the outside. He's got him.
Yeah, Bottas.
No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Bottas has to go take an outside line.
Bottas locked there too. Yeah, Bottas messed that whole thing up.
Wow.
Bottas messed up right at the beginning of the start of the whole move too. I think he went too wide and he
Here you go.
okay.
This is it. 5 seconds. 9 laps. 5 seconds.
I mean, it honestly looked almost too easy. I almost feel like Bottas just let him go by. It's like screw Hamilton.
Will Red Bull show what they
He's got
learned?
8 laps. He's got 8 laps left to catch him.
Here's the replay.
I just feel like Bottas here could have done more.
Bottas went off the track there on the
Yeah, he
inside.
totally messed up.
Hamilton's lap just matched Verstappen though, 137.4. He was actually 400ths of a second faster. So Verstappen has his work cut out for him.
Yeah. Valtteri
Hamilton
just
pushing now.
looking at this when Valtteri just basically went too wide and lost the entire racing line, and then Max is like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Hamilton is gonna have to push.
I mean, you can literally see that front. Well, I think in Hamilton's perspective, front right is literally like gone.
Oh,
You can see
you
it
can
from like
see it. I can
these
see it.
pictures,
Yep.
from like not even the close-up ones. You
The
can
front
literally
right,
see
you're
it
right.
is like dying.
The front right,
That tire is literally starting to degrade. You can sort of see it on the Red Bull, but not as much.
8 laps to go, 4.6 seconds. Verstappen, that was 4/10
Yeah,
on the last
this
lap.
one's a nail biter, folks. This is you mean. Well.
Well, Bottas had some choice words for his team.
I mean, is he wrong though?
Tell me I'm wrong. No,
He's totally not wrong.
there were some expletives on the radio that came through very clear.
Toto is like, what do I do?
Perez,
But
Bottas was saying this had to be
he's
a
not
two-stop
wrong.
race.
He's
I
not
told
wrong.
you from the start. Although Hamilton is still out there now being chased by Verstappen.
They got stuck in the gamble with Bottas, unfortunately, and he got inted by the team once again.
Still,
Because
Hamilton is keeping the lead though.
Because my question too, though, to Mercedes is why wouldn't you send one long and one short at least to cover Perez in the Red Bull just in case? Granted, Perez is probably not going to be able
Perez
to
is
make the
about to
pass,
eat
but
him
like,
alive right now.
oh my God, this guy's gonna get himself kicked off the team. His next radio communication if he gets passed by Perez. Oh, they're just talking that if they should split strategies. God, we should do this for a living.
Yeah, see, it's not hard. It's not hard.
Oh, so they're gonna
Now they're gonna pit him.
yeah, and give him the 2-stop or give him the fastest lap. Oh my God, I'd be so pissed.
Verstappen can't catch Hamilton right now. Perez just locked up.
He's so pissed.
But Verstappen can't catch Hamilton. It's 5 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
the
not gonna
gap is
happen.
still too long.
The gap is still too long. So something different with the Hamilton car, because I can't remember if Hamilton pitted first or second. But
Pitted first, and then it was Bottas. I thought.
okay. 6 laps, 5 seconds. Not gonna happen here.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he has
so.
enough time.
He doesn't have enough time. Hamilton, credit to Hamilton. This is good. I think he's gonna hang on, assuming something crazy doesn't happen here. But
Yeah, he's literally going faster than Verstappen. Yeah, basically what's Hamilton's doing, he's just dropping 137.5, and can he beat it?
I don't think so.
I think it's too close.
I mean,
Oh, Vettel
he
and
just
Alonso
shaved
are
a
going.
second off the interval. Maybe now he's pushing.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have any communication, so.
What'd he say?
He hit a curve,
Oh,
I think. No? Is that what he said?
3.3.
I
So 1.7 seconds just came off.
Yeah, because he was Hamilton was dropping 137.4, 137.6, and that was 138.
Yeah.
He hit the big curve, is what he said. But
Let's
there's
see.
curves here.
Well, this
I
is
don't
the.
think this is the right angle
Oh,
of.
there he goes off. Yes, this is not exactly the right
Oh,
angle, but you can see that he did go off the track there.
that was weird, actually. Oh, Bottas.
Perez and Bottas neck and neck here.
Well, they're both on pretty bad tires too, right? Well, Perez is on better tires
No,
ish,
yeah, yeah.
but they're both on not
Perez went
so
long.
great
Perez went
tires.
long.
He should be fine.
I think Hamilton's going to be okay. It's going to
Yeah,
be
I think
close.
Hamilton. This is going to be extremely close, but I think it's going to be. I I don't know though. If he gets that under 1 second and there's two laps to go, I mean,
He's got to really. So Verstappen has to really push
he's
Hamilton
got to
like
push like mad.
in a corner into corners to see if the tires can hold
Can
up,
hold up.
because he already knows that Hamilton's been off the track. So he's got to really push him. He's got to take a bit of a gamble, to be honest here. And
Yeah,
he's cut two and a
it's
half
two
seconds off
six.
this
Yeah,
thing in two
in two
laps.
laps.
He's actually cut it again.
2-1.
Here comes Perez. Nope.
I don't think Perez is going to make them. Oh, here it is. Same
Uh,
spot. I don't think he's going to.
Not
He's
quite.
carrying way more speed though. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get the.
Whoa, there he goes outside. Perez. Yep.
Yeah, on the second part of the straight. Bottas is going to break something.
I would too, though.
Yeah, I would too. I would be so pissed.
Perez has put himself into third, which means Red Bull is now 2 and 3. Bottas, and then the two McLarens, who are 54 seconds behind. Wow, that's quite the interval.
Yeah, it's so interesting. You can look at the line Bottas takes, and all his lines are so much wider because he can't. He literally can't hold the apex on the tires. It's so bad. That's crazy. The difference in the lines that they're taking are absolutely bonkers. This is a pretty straightforward, simple pass there by Checo.
4 laps to go. 2.3 is the delta. I don't. 3 laps to go. 2.4 rather.
It went up.
Mm-hmm. Last lap was 0.75. Let's see if he can do it again. These last 3 laps, Verstappen
Yeah,
has made
I'm
point
like
8, point
nervous.
6, and
I'm sitting here
0.75.
like, yeah, I'm sitting here like, oh my god, is
Do
he
or
gonna make
die
it in
right now.
time?
1.5 seconds is the gap.
1.5. And
Remember
I
that we
think
have two
and
massive
Paul
straightaways.
DeRessa did say on the comms there that he's got to get it within 1 second on the first straightaway. If he gets a DRS on the first straightaway, he'll be able to carry enough speed and then make the pass on the second DRS wave. See if that's able to do it. But he needs to get within 1 second for at least 2 laps. I don't think he can get it in just 1 lap.
And that was the setup that they had there between Perez and Bottas. So they're saying they had to set it
Yeah,
up
it
in the
was the
same
same
way.
exact way.
1.5 seconds, 3 laps.
I mean, this is nail biting.
I couldn't ask for much more, to be
I
honest.
could, yeah, this is like as close as you could get. It's been a pretty good, I mean, it's been a pretty good race overall. It's been a lot of passing in the middle. I do want to shout out before all this craziness starts to happen. Shout out to the McLaren team. They're up 5 and 6 right now.
Uh, that line that Hamilton took was
Is way
way
wide,
wide.
way wide. You
Way
can see that
wide.
he's taking the same thing that Bottas was taking because they just don't have the grip to be able to take the turns on the apexes. They don't have it. They literally are going like they have to go so wide. It looks like they're actually like driving like a go-kart or like a sedan at that point that
Here's
they're
your
going
one
so
second.
slow.
This
Here's
is
the
going to
one
be
second. He's got the
DRS.
2 laps. He has enough time with 2 laps to be able to make this pass. Here we go.
Oh my God, he's going so fast into that curve. Here we go.
Yeah, you can
Half a
actually
second. This is
in
it.
that video right there, you can see how much faster the back end of Verstappen is.
Yep. He will have the DRS for 2 full laps.
Just pray none of these tires. Just pray
If
these
he can
tires
get
hang
this, oh,
on.
the interval just went up again, so I don't know. Verstappen
No, but he
slipped a
doesn't
little
have
bit.
DRS here. Yeah, he just needs to keep it under one. Needs to keep it under one.
Oh, wiggled!
Oh, he did wiggle.
DRS is active. DRS is active for Verstappen. Oh, that was bad by Verstappen. Missed.
Yeah.
Verstappen missed on that one.
I mean, folks, this is the closest. I mean, this is everybody is just glued to the
I think
screen at this
Hamilton still
point.
has it. I think Hamilton still has it here. He's
He's gonna
managed to
get
hold
DRS
on.
again, but he's got the slipstream as well.
Oh, wow. Maybe not! Verstappen goes in big on that one. Oh, my goodness. And the French crowd going
He
crazy.
does, and
He
he's
got it.
got it.
He
He's
got it.
got it.
The French
He's
crowd
got
going
it.
nuts, by the way. That was insane. The roar of the crowd. Good to have them back
Let's
in the stands.
go.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
awesome to
nuts.
hear. That was nuts.
I didn't think he had it. Wow, he pulled that
He
out
had
on
the
that last lap.
slipstream and
That
he had
was
the pace. It was
nuts.
exactly how they set it up with Checo on both sides. It had to be on the second DRS. You're carrying so much more momentum and speed. And then here he's just got to take it to the end. He knows he's got the tires. Hamilton can't really push him that hard. Just got to nurse these tires and pray Baku no repeat.
Hey, that surprised me. I didn't think he had it.
He crushed it. I
Wow.
mean, nailed it. Absolutely nailed this one. He had so much more pace. It's
So
not
much
even
speed
not
here.
even close. It wasn't even close.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, Red Bull has learned.
Red Bull is learning. They are learning. And with this, they will be able to take the advantage in not only the constructors, but also the drivers' championship for probably the first time in what, 8, 6 years at this point.
Well, Verstappen, I think, has a point, right? Verstappen was 4 points clear of Hamilton actually coming into this.
Oh yeah. Well, I no in the constructors, I don't think they've
Oh,
actually ever been above them.
I don't have a constructor. Yeah, we'll fix the graph. I'll have to check my graphic there. Wow.
And yeah, you can hear the crowd in the background, and I think this is gonna. Yeah, this is basically his last lap here. He just needs to hold them off, and Toto there does not look pleased.
Not pleased at all.
And Bottas here is definitely going to give everybody an earful because Red Bull did what he said that they probably should have done, and it worked.
Yep. And Verstappen just has to get this thing across the finish line. Verstappen coming into this race saying he felt like he was robbed in Baku, trying to go out and get the points that he thought they deserved. And he might end up doing it. And by the way, he just put in
The
the
fastest lap,
lap.
too. And there it is, right next to his team. He's going to give him a nice drive-by, and there it is. Max Verstappen's, that is the first 3 wins in a row for Red Bull in their history. And there you go. Max Verstappen takes the lead. Verstappen takes the lead or continues and extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen or Red Bull takes the lead in the Constructors, splitting at 1 as Verstappen, 2 Hamilton, 3 Perez, 4 in Bottas as well. So this is typically, you see this reversed. Typically it's Mercedes 1-3 and Red Bull 2-4.
Followed
Excellent
up,
job by the Red Bull crew and everybody as well. That must
followed
be
up by
awesome for
the
those guys after the Baku incident.
McLarens in 5 and 6, Gasly in the AlphaTauri in 7, Alonso in the Alpine 8, Vettel and Stroll not bad by the Aston Martins here,
Oh,
9 and
whoa.
10. They will finish in the points. Ferraris, however, on the outside looking in, not a good race day for the Ferraris here. 11 and 16 will be the final for them.
Yeah, overall for the Ferraris, I think this is the situation. Everybody kind of knows how those cars work. They work better on the shorter tracks, not on these high speed corners and the high speed tracks. And it's just really difficult for them to actually be competitive on these, unfortunately. But Ricardo in there and Norris, they're a really good job from that team. And overall, I mean, it was a pretty fun race.
Interesting race strategy here. Red Bull pulling a card out of the Mercedes playbook and ended up getting the better of them with it. A fantastic strategy here by Red Bull to two stop Verstappen like Mercedes did to them in Barcelona, and it ends up working. Looks like the comms work just fine, by the way. 136.4 is the fastest lap put in by Verstappen for the extra point. No incident reported between Perez and Bottas, and that will do it.
Here's Horner.
Yeah, both of the
Yeah, good
Red Bull
job.
strategies kind of worked, actually.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They learned. They just don't
They
want to be
did.
in the same spot. It's in that point it's better to be out in front. And yeah, thank you there, Derek. It's Mercedes number 2 and then they're right next to each other with McLaren behind them as well. Again, really good job for them today.
Look at the tires there.
Yeah, tires are eaten alive. I'd love to see Hamilton's actually.
Perez's aren't don't look so bad. Hamilton saying the same thing.
Yeah.
He says Hamilton saying, "I did tell you this morning 2 stops," and
Yeah, he basically was like, I knew how fast this car could go, and I
Toto
mean him and
admitting that it
Bottas, yeah,
was.
they know. That's definitely tough, but I mean, what can you do? That's they accept the responsibility and everything like that. There's not much else you can really do, and
Yeah,
just
I
learn
mean,
from the
it's
mistakes.
a team
Yeah,
sport. It's both the driver and the folks back in the
yeah.
not driving.
I mean, sometimes it can be the driver's fault. Sometimes it's going to be the tactics. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get it all to work out perfectly every single time. I mean, you
Didn't
kind
get
of get spoiled with that with Mercedes that it works out every single time. Sometimes it doesn't.
didn't get a good look there at the tire.
Yeah, I didn't really actually see much of it. And there, Max, this quick one. Oh, that was yeah. That's his family.
Oh yeah, which reminds me, Happy Father's Day, because I think Dad's probably watching. He's probably
Oh yeah,
lurking
happy
somewhere.
Father's Day,
There we go.
everybody.
We forgot about that one
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
because it's too early. It's still what 7:30. Wow, it's 7:30 here in the West Coast. We're done an hour and a half. That was pretty quick.
No, yeah, there was
No
actually no
cautions, no
incidents or anything
incidents.
really.
We had 2 incidents in qualifying, but we didn't. No repeats of that here. So it all
Yeah, it was
worked
pretty
out.
interesting.
Clean, clean
I didn't even
race.
think about that. I was actually just so caught up in the whole like what was going on, and it was just a fascinating, fun race.
It's a bit of back and forths. There's a bit of back and forth, like amongst a couple of drivers, but nothing. Nobody ended up in a wall.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. It was really neat. But from here on, then next week we will be live in
Austria.
Austria, right? It's the
Austria.
Austrian Grand Prix. All right. Well, next week catch us back here, and we'll be in Austria. This has changed completely, kind of the whole stage of Formula One for the first time ever. Mercedes is kind of in the hole here, having to claw back against Verstappen, and also in the constructors championship as well. So this is going to be fascinating to be able to just see how it changes and where it keeps going, and just bring it on. This is the first time in Formula One history that we're basically having a neck and neck championship for the longest time. We've just had Mercedes dominate the sport for such a long time that this makes it a lot more fun. There, McLaren extends the lead on Ferrari as well in the constructors championship.
Indeed, 215 points for Red Bull. Honda Racing 194 for the Mercedes, so it is still close. And yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that. You'll probably leave the Discord on to see the
Yeah, I'll leave
podium
the
stuff.
Discord so you can see the podiums and the and also the interviews, etc., and all that type of jazz.
But that is going to be it for us here from France this morning. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and tuning in. And we'll catch you next week for Austria. I'll actually be on the East Coast, so I won't have to wake up early. That'll be uh, that'll be nuts. That'll be a welcome change.
That'd be nice.
All
Yeah,
right,
for once.
thank you, everybody.
Take
Cheers.
care, everybody. Be good.